Okay, guys, welcome to the last part of the discussion on copyright. So on the last part, we are going to look at what we call as defenses to copyright infringement. Now, okay, we have learned how we determine whether your work can get copyright protection or not. We have determined how can you sue someone, okay, what do you need to have in order to sue someone for copyright infringement, what is it, okay. So basically, defenses is very related to copyright infringement in a way that if somebody committed a copyright infringement against your work, they actually have a few defense. Okay, so why does there is defenses, whereas we know that the law is trying to protect, okay, our monetary or economic interest in our work. So why does this happen? Okay, so basically, a defense is something that someone can use, okay, in order to protect himself from copyright infringement suit. So in a way, you can say that naturally his work is what we call as naturally it is infringing, but because of the law protects it, this person can use it as a defense. Okay, so all right, so this is what I'm basically talking about. Copyright law has always placed emphasis on balancing the interests of author in receiving their economic reward, okay, but also in the interest of public, okay, of having reasonable access to the copyrighted work. Okay, so the public interest, okay, is to have access to a copyrighted work is vital for the work to what we call as evolve, for knowledge to evolve, okay, be it arts, be it science. Okay, so in order to give this kind of balance, we have to protect certain action, okay, especially in the name of public interest. So therefore, there are things that were done by the public that is naturally infringing, but the court, okay, protects it, okay, in the name of public interest. So what are those acts that the court, what we call protect, okay? What are those defenses that you can use? Okay, so let's look at section 13, subsection 2, okay? So under Copyrights Act, if you have it with you, okay, these are the section that gives all the defenses that are available. Basically, there is a lot, okay? It is actually from A up until Q, all right? So 13, A, B, C, D, E up until Q. So you can look at it, okay, because those are the things, or those are the defenses that you can use. Okay, on my part, I won't touch all. I would only highlight the important ones, important defenses that you can relate to. All right. So the first defenses is section 13, subsection 2A. So section 13, subsection 2A is the defense called fair dealings. Okay, fair dealings, okay, is something that involve these one, two, three, four, five. Okay, five things. Okay, five action that if you do this and you comply with the other condition, it will fall under the category of fair dealings. So these five action: non-profit research, private study, criticism, review, or the reporting of current events. If you do any five of this, and if you do it fair and honestly, you took the quantity fairly, and it is an industry practice to take, okay? And if you acknowledge the title of the original work and the name of the original author, then you can use the defense under section 13, subsection 2A. For example, okay, we take criticism, okay? So as an artist or anyone who reviews stuff, okay, to critique stuff, then we need to critique a work for it, for the art or the knowledge to be evolved. So how do we do criticism? Okay, take for example, a movie critic. Okay, for example, you have a blog, okay, that critique a movie. So in order to show how bad and shoddy, okay, that movie was, you basically take some part, okay, of the snippet from the movie, put it in your blog to show how bad you see the work is. So can you do that? Okay, under section 13.2, because it's a criticism, and you take it fair and honestly because you want to criticize the movie, all right? And the taken was fair. Even the movie is 2 hours, you maybe take 1 or 2 seconds to show how bad it was, okay, how bad the quality of the movie was, maybe, okay, and it is an industry practice, and the person acknowledged the title of the movie, original work, and the name of the original author. So if you're doing this, situation can change from a criticism, private study, non-profit research, okay, reporting of current events. So if you want to know more about the meaning of what is non-profit research, private study, you can further go, okay, to the notes that I have left you with. So please take, okay, some time to read it too, okay. All right, next, under section 13.2b, okay, is defenses for parody, pastiche, or caricature. So anything done by way of parody, pastiche, or caricature is not considered as copyright infringement according to section 13, subsection 2b. So what is parody? Okay, a parody is an imitation of the style of particular writer or artist or genre with exaggeration. Okay, with humorous or comical effect. Okay, so that is parody. Pastiche, an artistic work in a style that it imitates another work of an artist or a period. Okay, so usually the common thing about parody, pastiche, and also caricature is the comical and humorous nature, okay, about it. So it needed to be funny in a way, especially for parody, okay, in order for it to have or enjoy section 13, subsection 2b. Okay, next, defenses can be found under section 13.2 CDE. So what is the similarity between CDE? It is basically any work that is made public, okay, and then and it can be by public, and somehow it be captured in your work. Okay, for example, E, right? The incidental inclusion of a work in an artistic work, sound recording, or film broadcast. For example, you are recording a film, okay, or documentary, and you are roaming the street of Kuala Lumpur, for example. And while you're roaming the street, okay, there are a shop playing a song, okay? Then you recorded that song incidentally because it is in your recording. So should be there is no problem, okay, because it's incidental. And also C, okay, if an artistic work is situated in a public place, okay, for example, you have a sculpture, you put it in a big, for example, garden, okay, so in that, all right, because of the public nature of your work, where it is situated, if it is in any film or broadcast, okay, it is okay, all right, because it is public, okay. So same goes, all right. So this is CDE. All right, then we have defenses under section 13, subsection 2, FF and double F. Okay, so I'm not sure why they are repeating the what they call the alphabet, but I'm pretty sure because this is a long section, 13.2 up until Q, I think. All right. So for teachers like us, okay, we can use section 13.2 F and FF. Okay, if we include any broadcast, performance, okay, public collection, literary works, sound, for teaching purpose. And is compatible with fair practice, it is allowed. Okay, so that's why sometimes you can see that broadcast or any lecturer show any videos to you, things like that. As long it is for broadcasting purpose, then it is no problem. Okay, it is accepted. Also, okay, in case if lecturers want to use any case study, okay, for the purpose of an examination, okay, setting question, they can, okay, provided they quote who is the original owner, and also the original quote the original source, okay, of the work. All right. So this one is defenses is section 13.2 GGGG, GGG and GGGG, so many G's, okay? Basically, this GG defenses is for private and domestic use. So what are private and domestic use? Is usually when you want to use it for your own self. Okay, you are not going to do commercial things on it. You are not going to have any profit out of it. Okay, for example, you just want to have a movie night, okay, with your friends, okay, or you loan a CD to your friend. That is a private use, even though it it is only for your personal use, but it is within, okay, domestic, okay, non-profit, okay, it is still allowed under section 13.2. So that's why when you make a copy of program or movie show on a TV, okay, that is considered as private use. I'm not sure because you got your generation are the streaming generation. I'm not that old lah, but I do witness, okay, the era where my brothers and sisters, when the show is live on, they go to their videotape. I'm not sure whether you guys have seen what is a videotape. It's a VCR video recording. So they record, okay, their show using that video recording, okay. So but today you guys just have to screen capture or screen record, and that's enough. So if you are doing that screen record in order for your own use, should be no problem under these defenses, unless you use it for something that is of commercial nature. Wow. All right. Okay, so next we move on to section 13, subsection 2I, okay? So the government can definitely use your work, okay? However, if the government wants to use your work, it must be due to public interest, compatible with practice, and not for the purpose of making profit, and for a performance where a non-fee admission fee is charged. Now, this is usually okay for the government. For example, if the government want to promote Malaysia and to promote the film industry, so maybe we can show some snippet of our work, of our people, our talent outside. So those are usually for promotional purpose, and that's very good. Okay, so as long it is for public interest, compatible for fair practice, and these 4 criteria, basically the government can actually take and use our work and use this defense. All right, then we have section 13, subsection 2K, performing of a work for educational or charitable purpose. Okay, there's no infringement in respect of a performance of an art if it is conducted by a non-profit organization, charitable or educational institution, provided there's no admission fee is charged for the performance. Okay, so that is it under section 13. Okay, I just touched on the things that I think relevant to you. You can go and read section 13 and 2 on your own, and you can see it. All right, so the defenses further outside section 13, subsection 2 is section 40. So section 40 is specifically for backup copies for computer programs. So section 40 of the Copyright Act allow backup copies for computer programs to be made, provided that the backup copy is made from a legitimate copy, made by or on behalf of the owner of the original copy, and made for the purpose of being used by the original owner. Okay, all right, I'm pretty sure whatever computer program that you guys have nowadays, you can just scratch the code, okay, and have it with you, for the rest of your life. For example, Microsoft Office, things like that. But back then, during my time, we actually have an original CD, okay, for Microsoft Office, okay. And if we want to reformat that computer, if we lost that CD, we lost it lah. Okay, so that's why we need to make backup copies for it. So times are changing. Okay, I'm pretty sure that the law acknowledged that as well. But this is in case, okay, we need to make up backup copies of our computer program. Okay, so basically that is the end of our discussion on copyright. Okay, I hope this time I go slow enough for you guys to follow, because I received feedback that I'm a little bit too fast. Okay, this time around I'm going slow. I'm breaking it into 3 parts. Okay, so I hope you guys benefit from this sharing. Be sure to go back and read the reading materials and slides and notes that I shared. That is actually to enrich your understanding, okay, and further explain Okay, some of the points that I just leave there for you to read. Okay, always remember, learning is two-way. It's a two-way street, and I need, okay, for you guys to put your effort as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining in. I'm going to see you during tutorial, and if you have any question, even in tutorial, you can just jot it down and ask me. Okay, thank you so much for joining in. See you guys.